Forgive me if you think I'm out of line, but am I the only one who, whilst I don't condone violence on any level, I personally don't think that what Will Smith did was that bad? Jada Pinkett Smith, his wife, has openly discussed how distressed she is about her hair loss condition, alopecia, which is an illness, by the way. She finally braves it out on a global stage, only to be verbally attacked and humiliated in front of the world. That's like a physical blow. As a woman who myself has also suffered hair loss at one point due to my autoimmune condition, thankfully it grew back, I totally understand the devastation that Jada feels and can imagine the amount of work that her husband has had to put in to help her build back her confidence and own her new look. It's the same for many people, in particular women who have gone through chemo, who often tell me that the worst thing about it is actually losing their hair. In my view, Chris Rock is an aggressor. Passive aggression can be equally physically damaging. And if you are going to come out with personal jokes about someone's illness in front of the world, well, be ready for the comeback if the person you're attacking doesn't share your sense of humour. It was a rubbish joke as well. I mean, G.I. Jane 2, it needs explaining if you haven't seen number 1. It wasn't even funny, and actually not the first dig that he made. Now, I can hear the creak of comedians now saying that it's hard enough having to navigate through all the woke to also have to deal with this element as well, and that Will Smith is legitimising giving someone a slap if you don't like the cut of their jib. But he's openly apologised, and he's made it clear that he was out of line. This doesn't mean that anyone is entitled to hit you, and Will Smith has absolutely overreacted. But sometimes we all have to tread carefully with someone's feelings, and misjudging them on such a sensitive matter of an illness on the world stage shows very bad judgment on the part of Chris Rock. It's easy for all of the armchair critics to sit in judgment of Will Smith, who, I remind you, has apologised. He said, "I would like to publicly apologise to you, Chris," he wrote. "I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." But I notice no apology from Chris Rock to Jada. If your joke doesn't land well, and we've all been guilty of a joke that the other person hasn't found remotely funny, most people's natural response after telling it would be to apologise. So whether or not he wants to speak to Will, at the very least, Jada deserves an apology from Chris Rock. The Academy has responded and are distancing themselves. Will has resigned from his role there, and they're discussing whether to remove his award, which he won for Best Actor moments later. This is the same Academy that awarded Oscars to 81 films that involved convicted sex offender Harvey Weinstein. His individual Oscar hasn't been recalled to my knowledge. And what about Roman Polanski? Will Smith has had an unblemished record up until then, and his behaviour following it has been exemplary. He's apologised. I repeat, I don't condone violence on any level, but Will went all out to protect his family, and what he saw was an attack on his wife. He lost his cool, and thankfully for him, and also for Chris, it didn't result in any lasting damage. But be honest, what would you do if you felt a family member was under attack? Should he have his Oscar removed as a result? What do you think?